It has been a day or two, man.
Yeah, it's what crazy few days it's been, especially when it comes to the announcements.
I went on vacation, and apparently when I did, everything in the world got announced. That is fun. I liked your video last night that you did with Jason, by the way.
That wasn't me.
That was you.
I wasn't there.
Yep. Every Monday, Benay's Bloody Bits. Make sure you check it out, guys.
I officially named Benay's Bloody Bits and Malcolm Loves Tits. That's going to be the new name for it soon, I'm telling you.
There we go. So,
let me mute this. There we go.
I am so excited about these announcements here. That being said, I had to do this because we've been talking about this for a while off the channel. Remember, guys, when we're looking at these announcements and stuff like that, there's a lot of really great stuff here to buy. Always buy within your means. If you can't afford it, it'll be there later on. Trust me. We've learned that from Vinegar Syndrome stuff that's gone out of print and came back with MVD.
Yeah.
And places like that. If you can't afford the 4K, get the Blu-ray. It's all right. You'll survive. We'll survive. We have. Malcolm's like, no, don't do that. I love those 4Ks so much.
You know what? I'll be completely honest there. I personally feel like it all depends on the media, but the most important thing is it depends on what you can afford. If you said to me, are you going to buy 2 4Ks or would you buy 8 Blu-rays? I'd buy the 8 Blu-rays because I'll probably, if they're ones I want, obviously, I'm not going to just go out my way and just buy them. So, for instance, if Opera comes out from Severin for $70 and you want that, but then there's like 6 things are on sale for that same price that you've wanted for ages, go for that first because Opera's always going to be there.
Opera will be on sale eventually, even if Severin says, oh no, this one's only here for a weekend. I hate when they do that.
Well, look what they did with all the haunts. They said they'd never go on sale. It did. And you tricked the system, remember, because the free shipping, and everybody suffered from it.
And my all the haunts, I still have to review all the haunts, which I owe to my viewers who paid for all the haunts for me, by the way.
Yeah.
But you know how long it's been getting through that set?
Oh my Trust me, I've got the set. It's massive.
It is
undertaking.
That's like I haven't got through. There's so much stuff that I still have to get through, and lately, like I was telling Malcolm, it's like I do stuff in my better half. I'm here in the daytime, but there's other things that I'm doing. A lot of times I'm working on the channel. I'm editing stuff. I'm putting stuff together. If you're on Patreon, then thank you, and check out the last 2 videos that came up. The latest one was an out and about in Spain, which was a lot of fun. It is well shot because it was shot by my better half. There's a second out and about coming that has a lot more media footage in it. That won't be as well shot because it's shot by me. But there'll be a lot of movies showing.
Shaky cam.
It'll be it'd be like Wreck.
Always the way, though, isn't it?
That is always the way. But let's look at this stuff. It's great to have you back here. It's always great to have Malcolm back here. So let us.
Where is everybody? Say hello.
Did you know I forgot to show off 2 board games last time?
Oh.
My better half was like, you forgot them. And I did because we also got, and these are 2 ones that everybody should have in their collection. So Spicy, which came out in 2020.
Oh, I like that cover.
Great bluffing game. It actually,
is that a dirty game?
No, I actually kind of replaced Cockroach Poker and Skull for me as like this type of game. And one that, if you don't have it, like Shane, have this one, Bonanza.
Based off the show.
No, and so Bonanza's a German game. Bone means bean, and it is it's kind of a fun trading game. Basically, the guy was a massive fan of Civilization and the trading portion of Civilization, so he made a game to like kind of deal with that. But he made it in 1997. There has never been another trading game that's been able to even go near this or top this. So this is still the only game of its type.
That's interesting.
But speaking of interesting, Caligula, the Ultimate Cut. You pre-ordered this one, didn't you?
Right now. I did pick this up.
Hey Sammy, right? Welcome, man. Yes.
I picked this up immediately because I was like, this is going to sell out. And, you know, you can get the standard edition, but I was like, this is one of my favorite movies.
Yeah, like this is the time when you say, okay, I'm going to spend the bones on something. For Zammy, I got a feeling Zammy may like this one. It seems like it's Zammy's type.
He likes the bus cut.
Because there's like we got a collector's edition, 4K and 2 Blu-rays, 2 books, a magazine. It's a Penthouse magazine. Is it the entire magazine or is it just like a portion of it?
It's a complete replica.
Okay. It's got a rigid case, plus a slip case, plus 2 posters, plus art cards. Umbrella is becoming kind of the king of this type of thing. I showed you a one that I saw yesterday from a different place. Actually had an LP there, which was insane.
Oh yeah. You're talking about what was the film?
I don't remember right now. I think it was 2 Evil Eyes, if I remember correctly.
It was 2 Evil Eyes. That's why it was.
But
one thing I do want to warn people quickly about this is if you're in America and possibly in the UK, there has been an announcement that Diabolic's not holding this because of that very reason. So it might not be as good, but it's possible.
Had to send over a quick message to Malcolm.
You sent me a message, guys, threatening me.
There we go. Yeah, serious threats. This is an amazing set, though. If you like Caligula, and it's a great movie. Unfortunately, I think it really hurt Tinto Brass.
Oh, it did, for sure.
Who had a promising career up until this movie. But if you want to see like a bunch of famous people in a movie, like Helen Mirren in a movie where people are doing hardcore sex in the background.
The best part is all the back shots of supposed Helen Mirren getting it, and they're getting really angry about it.
I'm not sure why. Like, let's be honest.
Well, because there's sex scenes in it, and basically she was like, "I wasn't a part of that." It's a bit like the Christopher Lee scenes in Bloody Judge when they had the orgies, except she's a woman, so it could have destroyed her career more, I guess, in her mind.
There's a few like that, man. Like movies like that where you see them, like they're like, this is an expensive set.
I'm looking forward to watching the 5 different cuts back to back, though.
Dude, you got back to back. I cannot do. I would want this. I would break into your house and steal this.
I think it'd be cheaper just to buy it, wouldn't it? Like just to buy the actual original.
Yeah, I used to own it. I had a massive.
I will say this. If this is big as that Super Mario one, then it's going to be mental.
It is going to be insane. It is going to be an insane the way this one's going to be. I expect Heath to do another big video on this one. I'll get you on here since I won't be able to show it. You can show it.
Oh, I can show it.
For something like that, I do say, if we do that, if we show off Caligula, there's one thing that you have to promise me that you will do.
Have a tribute masturbation session while my boy watches. I can do that.
No, simulcast it because I want it on your.
We can do that. Yeah, we'll do that. Okay, we can do that.
I've been pushing Malcolm to get more videos on his channel. He's been super busy and stuff. He's working with other people. He works with me. He's working with Jason, doing all this type of stuff. But you're getting noticed, and it's nice for people to see some stuff there. So I'm gonna push towards it, man.
I've also been. I've got big news. I've been hired to do, get this, commentaries for one of the biggest labels in the business. David Sterling Enterprises.
I thought you were going to say that you were going to do them for what's his face, the YouTuber guy.
Oh God! What, Sean C. Phillips?
Yes.
No. Trust me, guys. I'm joking. No audio commentaries, especially not on those films, because I'd just be sitting there shaking my head.
Caligula has been put out by different companies. Severance put it out before. Severance put out the Caligula sequels more recently.
Please also remember there's loads of different Caligula movies. They're not just one. There's loads of different ones. But there's only one original.
Well, there's more than one original. There's more than one version of it.
No, but you know what I mean. I mean, it's like only one real big one. I mean, you know.
Yeah. David Brandon did one of the sequels. Italian actor. And that might have been
I bought this as well.
Miscellanea. This one here. Did you buy this one?
Yeah, I bought that as well because I'd get to $200 Australian to get the free shipping, and I also had the See What Midnight discount code, which gave you 15% off. So,
have you seen this?
No, but it's one that's been on my to watch list.
Same here. I have not seen that, but definitely is on my to watch list.
I was very happy when I saw the Isle was on there, even though technically I already own the Isle on Blu-ray because my friend Alex got it for me. I wanted to get the Umbrella version to go with the other ones I've got.
You got some nice Umbrella releases too. This is one that I was excited about because I do love this series of films. I think these are underrated. I've never seen them. Have you not seen the LLC? They're actually really good. I think they're underrated, actually.
When I heard of them originally, the true story. Sorry to cut you up there.
No.
True story. When I saw when these were announced and that, not on here, but in the past, I thought, oh, these are like really cheap, bad movies. So I kind of just left them.
I initially found out about them through a podcast, and one of my favorite, I guess, people that does the podcasting, does this media stuff, and worked in other industries is Rebecca McHenry. And she kind of turned me on to these here. I like these films a lot, actually. Anybody else like these here? Like if I had the bones, I just came back from Spain. This and the Caligula would have been buys for me.
Yeah, definitely.
Because these are kind of like what's the word I'm looking for? It's kind of like that documentary Blair Witch style stuff.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Better, much better, in my opinion, anyway.
Oh, it's got a lenticular cover as well.
Oh yeah, it's and actually not a bad lenticular cover for a change.
No, it's actually better than those imprint ones.
So, yeah, it's got all of the movies there, all 4 of them.
Wishes would have been more and make it out of date.
So, man, I don't think I've seen the first 2 for sure. I don't know if I've seen parts 3 and 4, but I love the fact that Lake of Fire as a Kat Ellinger commentary, and so does Origins, the prequel one.
So the original 2 have it.
Oh, damn! I want this. Anybody get this? Look at this. Look how gorgeous this looks.
I just wonder why they didn't just do one extra case for the 4th disc instead of putting it in one of the cases.
Probably. Well, one, it'll save in shipping, that's for sure. So it looks like the standard edition is either not there or sold out.
I don't think it's there because sometimes they put the standard edition in after they've sold out.
That makes sense. That makes much more sense.
Is there more people, or what they do is they make it separate, don't they? Like how they do with some of the others, where it's just a slip. I agree, Ragnar. I do agree. That's what's called a niche market nowadays.
Sadly, I both agree and I understand. This is sadly the only, at this moment, probably one of the only things keeping the market alive. That's a harsh reality. That's why for me right now, I look towards, okay, can I get this cheaper? Like I picked up some movies in Spain, right? Like in some, not this one, but some of them were BDRs, and they were legit BDRs, but they're still BDRs. But I'm like, okay, at least I got the movie. At least I own the movie. It's in my collection. It's not going anywhere. If I want to pick up if a big edition comes up that for a good price down the road, I picked that one up for so cheap that I don't have to worry about okay, I want to upgrade on this one. At least I know it's in my collection. If I eventually want to get a big version of Stepfather, then it's then having bought it for under €10, it's I'm like, okay, yeah, not bad.
It's a bit like me. I've got a lot of DVDs of Hong Kong cinema. I got for £2 each.
Yeah.
I do not buy the DVD if I really love the movie. I don't buy the original DVD for £20. I wait until I see it for £5 or £6.
You have to nowadays, and you have to when it comes to something like this, you're a massive fan of Caligula. So and it's a massive price, but it makes sense because that's one that holds a place in your heart. And it's the same thing for me. Like if this was a Black Christmas one and I was like at the right time, I'd be grabbing it, right? This one here, out of all these here, maybe even more so than Caligula, I do like these films. I really like it. Nobody else is talking about
them. I think what I'll do with this is, obviously because I didn't order it, I'll probably look, I've been looking recently and see if I can see one.
It's better to watch, to see ahead of time. I think, did I see this on Shudder or one of those places?
I can imagine it would be on Shudder, the latest ones.
But yeah, anyway, sorry I got distracted, guys. I just geeking out over a favorite of mine. We're going to get to another favorite.
I've seen Sex Hunter. Is that a Hong Kong film? Is it a Nikatsu one or is it a different one?
If it's one I'm thinking too, it's part of the Nikatsu series. I think
if it's by Nikatsu, then it's Japanese.
Snaps Padel, right?
Yeah, if it's Nikatsu, it's Japanese.
Because I used to have this movie.
Because they also had there was another one, wasn't it, called Love Hunter?
Yeah. Which one was the one where she was like a pearl diver?
Oh, that was I think that was Sex Hunter.
Yeah, I think that's the one.
Yeah, it's Japanese. Yeah, I've seen it. It's really good. I've got every Nikatsu film out that's out through Synapse. There's a few that I haven't got, but from other companies, which I'm hoping to pick up. I'm actually watching one right now on eBay, which is a 4-movie set. Warlock.
Yeah, Warlock's been a long time.
It's been a while, and that's up to like quite a bit of it. So I might not pick it up, but it was nice to find that even existed. So now this I'm really excited for because this is one of my favourite films. Now I own this already, not this version, but my friend Alex, he got me one from Korea, which was a standard release because by that time it sold out the slips. So I bought this because I went with my other ones because I love the film. It's got such a beautiful, violent sex scene in it. One of the most beautiful sex scenes I've ever seen in my life, where the guy has a fishing rod line in his mouth while she's riding him on the floor, right, while he's choking on his own blood. I love it.
Female teacher is one of my in front of students is actually one of my favorites. See, surprisingly, most of the time when you talk about this type of stuff, it's just a Malcolm thing. But you just mentioned like a whole subgenre that I actually watched all.
Female Teacher's good. The only thing that annoys me is that they didn't release all the Female Teacher collection because there's like 10 of them.
Oh my god! Seriously? I freaking love this film.
Really? I watched it years ago and I hated it.
Did you really? I love this movie. I saw it. I bought a DVD at my, it wasn't Blockbuster, I think it was a Jumbo Video, and I didn't go in knowing anything about it. I hadn't looked online and seen anything. So Triangle, and when I initially got it, so I guess this is Bermuda Triangle. I had no, I just thought the girl on the case looked cute, and I like
Melissa George,
yeah. So I put it in, and I'm watching it, and it's twisted and kind of twisty and all this kind of twist.
The twist is amazing. I like the twist. I just found the rest of it to be a bit. But then this came out. When did it come out? Okay, like 2008, 9.
Somewhere around there. It should say here actually 2009. You're right.
Yeah. So and I should watch it again. Really.
When I rewatched it, I liked it more. It was one of those that I like more when I rewatch it. It's like when I first saw Slaughter High. I remember like this is a totally different type of film, but it does again it's a weird twist at the end. I was like, oh, that doesn't make any sense. And you get to the end of it, Slaughter High, and you're like, okay, now it all makes sense. And then when you rewatch Slaughter High, knowing the ending, you kind of appreciate it a bit more because you know why it's going where it's going.
Well, that's one of the reasons I've never liked getting rid of media, because sometimes I feel like you can watch a movie, and not fully grasp it, and then watch it another time and then grasp it and go, wow, this is a lot better than I thought it was. And I think movies like this sometimes are that kind of movie because the way it's set up.
Oh, definitely. This is a setup for this is a setup that's meant to frustrate you. It's meant to you're being like, and if you figure it out, you're like, okay, then I know what it is. But then there's always a couple things I think in Triangle that you get to the end, you're like, oh, that went a bit different than I expected. We don't give away the ending of this, obviously. But this is a
I watched it when it first came out, so I should probably watch it again, really. But I didn't like it at the time. But the thing is, you never know really what you might have been going through in your head at the time when you watched it, when you didn't like something.
Like we got Alexander Helen Nicholas doing a video essay. She is all over the place now, man. And she does great stuff too. Rare Waves.
I think she's better than Kat Ellinger.
I think they're about tied for me right now.
Okay.
Kat seems like Alexander Nicholas is like, they're both academics, but they're academics in a different way. Like say I'm sitting down, like just talking films. Alexander Helen Nicholas, like in that way. If I'm sitting down like at a bar with a beer, talking movies, Kat Ellinger. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I get it, man, because it's quiet spoken.
They both have like a different like type of feel to them. I actually think they're both great. Was this one? Did I know? I know.
Oh, this is a new one as well, Intruder.
Oh, it's got the gore zone. I had this issue.
Yeah.
So when I bought this issue, wasn't this issue, I don't think, but the issue right after this, because of this issue, because of this gore zone issue, the next issue came in a brown paper wrapping. So Intruder's a fantastic film. I don't own this.
You don't know Intruder? I'm shocked by that.
I was so pissed.
There's actually a video on YouTube somewhere of me watching this with someone and cracking jokes about while we both watched it on Skype.
It's such a good film. Actually, no, that's a lie. I own like an old DVD copy, but it's not very good. Scott Spiegel. This would definitely be Scott Spiegel's best film because he would also make Hostel 3. I do not recommend Hostel 3.
Hostel 3 is good.
Oh, it's not, man. It's like
the CGI is bad, but it's fun. It's cheesy. That's what makes it so good.
I think for me, like I don't like the Hostel movies as is, but when it gets to like, oh wait a minute, this is lesser quality than those first two films, and I'm like, oh man.
I always like to compare the Hostel trilogy to the High School Musical trilogy.
But the High School Musical, the third High School Musical one's not bad. It's not great.
It's not good at all. The songs just don't rock.
They don't. They do not. And I am I'm the person that watched those movies. I have no bones but saying it either. Let's look at Via Vision next time.
All right, let's look at Via Vision.
Because there are some nice stuff coming up here. And where do we go first? Let's go with Capricorn 1. So Capricorn 1 is getting a massive release.
Yeah, because this is hard box September. Just so people know, because they have hard box September. These are all hard boxes.
Yep. Point with Agner with the quality of Bloodsport 4.
It's funny, I've never liked Bloodsport 3 or 4.
3 is, I can understand that. I can definitely get that.
It's a shame because I like Daniel Bernhardt, but I just don't think he had good stories in his movies.
I feel like Bloodsport 3 and 4 are ones that you put on the background when you're doing something else.
Yeah.
Like they're not bad enough.
Normally, they're the type of movie you put in the background while you're making love, just so that when the training sequences come up, you can get the intensity up.
Oh, man. We got a new interview with Elliot Gould here, which, Canadian. Gotta love me some Elliot Gould.
Yeah. Have you seen Capricorn 1?
Oh, God, yes. Several times.
Classic.
These were the type I'd watch back in the day. And like a rewatch.
That's true, a lot they are.
Mm-hmm.
Same with the kickboxers, to be honest. The ones with, what's his name in that? Sasha guy.
Oh, Sasha Jensen.
Is that it? Sasha Jensen?
I think so. You're talking about the guy that was on that like show, like that the show with like Patrick Duffy and Susan Summers, right?
I think so. The guy that took over in the kickboxing when Van Damme wasn't doing it. Yeah,
like he was in like Dallas too, but I think he had like some type of domestic abuse thing or the alleged type thing that he ended up like getting.
Killed his career.
I thought it was Sasha Mitchell first, but maybe Sasha. I think
it is Sasha Mitchell.
So I had it right the first time I had about it. The best. I don't mind some of the best of the best sequels. Best of the best 2 is okay.
I love number 3. Number 3 to me, I loved the first one. Number 2, I've never been that keen on. Number 3, I think, is hilarious. Number 4 is just like stupid. It's like number 4 is just one of those films that you watch and you go, "Oh, Tobin Bell's in this," and you think, "Oh, this is one of those." This is number 4 is the definition of a movie rental store movie.
That's some crazy eyes, man.
I bet those eyes look good looking up.
Look at that. Voyage of the
I
Damned.
like the cover.
It is gorgeous. Have you seen this movie? You've seen it, right?
Yeah, many years ago.
Yeah, it's like one of
I
those.
think the
Like,
first time I saw it was with my nan, I think, on her TV when I was a kid.
I guess star-studded one. Did a whole bunch of these back
Real stars. That's the thing, real stars.
Back then, man. Look at this. Faye Dunaway, Max von Sydow, Oscar Werner, Malcolm McDowell, Ocean Wells, James Mason, Lee Grant, Jose Ferrer, Catherine Ross. Just incredible people. You know, it's such a shame how Catherine Ross, I feel, has been like really forgotten over the years.
Yeah, it's sad, isn't it?
She's such a good actress too. Such a damn good actress. And the one that I looked at, I saw this. I went to my dad and said, "I guess I'm going to be spending a bunch of money later on this year because I can't."
The question is, did you notice? Did you notice these aren't movies? They're all serials.
Oh yes, yeah, that's what I want. If these would be just like there's movie versions of some of them, but if this would have been just the movies and not the serials, I would not want it. Like,
I know a lot of people had mixed thoughts about this because they said they should have done a separate box set series for the serials, considering the other adventure movies. But I kind of like the idea that they're serials.
Well, they should be. I mean, that's what they originally are. When you're watching the severely cut down, like hour-long movies of them, like there's a massive amount that you're missing. If you're picking up a Rocket Man set, which this pretty much is, right? With some extra stuff. Then
I mean, I saw Gino the other day about it, and I said to him, the saddest part about watching a lot of the older movies now is they were cut back then to fill in the time frame.
Like, look at this stuff here. How can you not want this? Look how cool this is. And just to let you know how many serials are here, there's quite a few. King of the Rocket Man, Flying Disc Man from Mars, Invisible Monster, Radar Men from the Moon, Zombies of the Stratosphere, Mysterious Dr. Satan. That's on Blu-ray for the first time. So it's King of the Rocket Man, by the way. Commando Cody, Sky Marshal of the Universe. Of course, that would go on and become a very famous TV series as well back in the day.
Yep.
But
two of them on HD.
If even one of these would not have been a serial, I would not for a second have bought it. Because I'd feel like I'm getting shortchanged.
Well, you get feature length ones as well with it. That's cool, but you get that in it with it.
Yeah, for Lost Planet, Airman, Missile Monsters, Slaves of the Invisible Monsters, Ritok, the Moon Menace, Satan Satellites, Dr. Satan's Robots. Of course, some of these are feature film versions of like 6 of these.
But it's cool to have that as a bonus.
Oh, it is a great bonus. Like I love that that's always a bonus for me. I know some people said, well, they would have wanted this. No. They need it because you're getting this because you love. You should be getting this said here because you love serials and you love the stuff.
Something exciting for you though that you haven't seen yet on VI Vision. Nancy Drew, the 1995 TV series, has been announced.
Ooh, the 95 one. I can't remember that one.
Yeah. I jumped up and down when I saw that.
I like the new Nancy Drew series, though that didn't last very long.
Is it about the 3-season one? I like it, but it's not Nancy Drew to me. I like it, but it's not Nancy Drew. You know.
This is probably one of my biggest announcements, aside from like Hell House and Triangle. We're going to get to the several ones after. They're going to be also announcements.
Ooh.
Come on, dude.
There you go.
Okay, let's go right to Nancy. Okay, I remember this one. Oh, I remember her. She's cute.
I was just surprised when they didn't do the Hardy Boys as well because they both went back to back into each other.
Yeah, Hardy Boys is a really good one too.
Yeah. So I'm a bit shocked by that. I wonder if they're going to release that next month.
Will disappear from physical first old serials. You're right, Warlock, actually. Old serials are like Old serials were lacking TV films. Those are going to be the first things that we're going to start seeing less of. So
Westerns.
Get them when you can. Western genre.
But you rarely ever see the old Westerns on Blu-ray.
It's just such a shame. Like we talked to Gino in here, and he's in the comment section a lot. He's been on video. He's going to be on another one in the upcoming future. And he's a young guy who loves really old stuff. I'm an older guy, and I like the spaghetti Western era. That's my favorite era of the Westerns, like, to be honest with you guys. And my dad is kind of in between. He likes the kind of like the John Wayne, like that era, like that thing. So like 3 different generations, like have 3 different like eras of Western that they love.
Crazy, isn't it?
It is. That's the way it is. But man, I kind of want this. It's only a short series, though. It doesn't last for long, does it?
No, it didn't. It got cancelled. That and the Hardy Boys series got cancelled at the same time. I think they both had like 11 episodes.
It was that around that time that the Hardy Boys had kind of started to do like more, get a bit like more kind of tougher with their books. Because I remember one of their girlfriends in one of the books gets killed. She like dies in an explosion.
That's quite sad. That
I'm not sure if it was in the movie or in the TV show or not, but in the book it was. Mr. Bates versus the Post Office.
Which you can buy in the UK if you live in the UK, cheaper than this.
I'm guessing you know this one. I know that
it's based on a real scandal that came out over here recently.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Of course. Look at this. Look at this. This is amazing. Tales from the Crypt Keeper. I have some of this.
I was quite excited about that, but I just didn't like the price of it.
69. Well, to be fair, do you know how much it costs to buy like one season Tales from the Crypt Keeper?
Probably a lot of money.
Yeah, a lot of money. When I bought it, I got it at a drugstore, actually. I only have 1 or 2 seasons of it, and it was $36 Canadian at the time, I think. It might have been $39.
Still a lot, though. If you ask me, still a lot.
Yeah. If this is the whole series, including the 3rd season spinoff series, not too bad. But if this is just the Tales from the Crypt Keeper without the season where they brought in the Old Witch and the Vault Keeper, then that is a lot. If it's all of it, it's not too bad. And I think it's all of
it. I think it depends where you live, really. I mean, if you live in Australia, it's a lot. If you live in England, it's like £35.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like that, we have there like put into consideration. Some of these here are. Shows a Sean Connery collection. God, it was a horrible Sean Connery person. I did say. Okay, Woman of Straw.
Dear. Woman of the Straw, which they've just announced.
The Molly Maguires, The Wind and the Lion, The Man Who Would Be King. I love The Man Who Would Be King. Such a good film. Only us old guys can prevent things. That's true. Only us old dudes can prevent these movies from going under.
Yeah, but you know what that means, didn't you? If only the old dudes can do it, that means when they die, that dies out.
Not necessarily, because I've been noticing, and you're an example of it. You're a younger guy, much younger than me, a younger person that actually is into the cinema. Which is always good.
Well, you know, I'll watch anything, me, and try and get knowledge of it.
You want to know how much anything I'd watch? If this was not expensive, I would buy this.
Well, do you know the interesting thing? I own this.
You do? Oh, nice. Yeah. Hopefully it was cheaper than this.
Well, technically, I don't own this version, but I own the complete original series, which is the one on the left. The new one is the first episode of a younger version.
Oh, that's cool. I didn't even know the younger version existed, actually.
No, I didn't know it existed until I saw it on there and bought the first one. But the problem is, with these sets, is they release these sets and another one comes out. So they re-released the set again, which is a bit, you know.
Have to pass on the passion, is right.
That's what I try and do. I try and pass down the passion of eroticism, but people ignore me.
I have to say, well, my kids are out both. Okay, we got to talk about this. I was so excited when I saw this announcement, by the way.
Wildcats.
So, do you know Wildcats?
Yeah, I know it.
Okay, so I grew up in the era well, I was, I guess it was pre-kids, but I was I guess, just at college when like Image became a thing, and Wildcats was Jim Lee's part of it. The Wildcats, totally not the X-Men. So the X-Men animated series became this big, massive thing for Fox. And they were working on, like, meanwhile, Image was putting out their first animated series. They're going to do Warren for Wildcats. There's going to be a Savage Dragon one. There's going to be like a bunch of stuff. And Wildcats was kind of the first one. I think it ran like 11 to 13 episodes. I don't think they all were shown on TV. I think only the first 8.
Well, that explains why it's 2 discs.
Were shown. But this has the complete series, I think. Even the unshown ones. I've seen all of them, actually, because, we know we can find these online, but to have this in your collection, for me, you guys know I actually have a section of media over there that's just animation. That's just animation, nothing else. So this is an exciting thing for me. I'm kind of hoping this means we'll get it doesn't have to be North American. I don't care where it is. It could be Spain. It could be France. It could be England.
Maybe in France. You'll probably find it in France.
Yeah, so I'm hoping Metaluna might have it because they get all the umbrella stuff. That's where I'll probably buy that adventure.
What we need is a full-on release of Biker Mice from Mars.
I think I have that. It had a release before.
I mean, a full-on complete one.
It's not around anymore.
Oh, we're into the ones that we've already seen now.
Yeah, we're into the ones. So let's go back to. I want to go to here for a second. So, subscriber week is coming, and we've already found that this may be a better. This may be better than the last sale. Let's go through this. You ready?
Yep, I'm ready.
All right. So, brand new releases. We're going to get 3 new Vinegar Syndrome releases, 1 Cinematograph, 1 Vinegar Syndrome Pictures, 1 VSA, 1 VSL, 1 Negasser, and 14 partner labels. It's going to be the last chance to become a subscriber for 2024. A daily refresh selection of widely discounted titles with 5 times media club points, if anybody uses club points.
Also, just because I haven't said yet, each day you can get 700 points if you spend I think it's over like $20 or something.
Yep, $20. You're exactly right, man.
Which is cool because that means you can make a lot of points.
July the 1st is Monday. Definitely be going live for the first one. Mm-hmm. I'll be going live for certain ones, for certain. So
do you know we're going live for all of them?
It depends. Like last time I went to do that, I'll be honest, sometimes it was like merch day. I can't see going live for merch day. But for the announcement days, like, yeah. But for the like a merch day, or like if it's just or if I think it's gonna be if it's just a VSP. Man.
I don't know what everybody keeps complaining about this. Their shipping. But shipping with DHL has been amazing for me. I got it next day. I did. I got it next day. It got sent on the Wednesday, and I got it on the Friday.
I've heard a lot of people though have complaints about the shipping more recently. Now there may not be a Vinegar Syndrome thing. It may just be like where the way some shipping is being done, or just maybe like depending on your area too, right? But so the first day, Monday, there's going to be 3 Vinegar Syndrome titles announced, 14 partner labels, and the daily deal is Blu-ray discs with slips. So in other words, the limited edition stuff.
Woo.
On Tuesday, it was going to announcement of 1 Cinematograph, and the daily deal is going to be box sets.
Ooh.
Hopefully it's not be like last time when it's going to be like, oh look, we got like 10 or 11 titles for the Blu-rays on the first day, and we got like 4 box sets.
What we do, guys, is we buy Aaron every copy of the Cardona collections.
That's not fine. Buy it, bring it over. I'll go to Metaluna, get some good stuff. So Wednesday we get 1 VSP announced, and again the daily deals are going to be the limited edition Blu-rays. Thursday is a merch day with standard edition stuff. On Friday, we're getting the Gosser video. So I'm going to guess that's probably going to be both a Blu-ray and a VHS maybe copy of it too.
Yeah, it's going to be Blood Cult. It's got to be.
Yeah, Blood Cult is it's got like if it's not Blood Cult's coming soon. Again, limited edition stuff. Saturday is going to be a VSA. Does anybody get excited about VSAs anymore?
I do with their action like Symphony of Rothrock, but I worry when they're not.
When they're action, but what if when their action went with like Gilly O'Mara and Billy Blanks?
Well, is there any more that they've done that have been released? I mean, one could be Fearless Tiger, I guess, which I really don't like.
Or Fortress America was horrible.
It was terrible.
And one VSL daily deal is going to be UHDs. Hopefully, they have some good UHDs. Warlock mentioned something that I think we should talk about. The Shudder deal with Severin, as your interest. Hopefully, they started something great. So, for those that don't know, Shudder has brokered a deal with OCN for production for distribution of certain releases, and they've brokered a separate deal with Severin to put out certain releases as well.
Big money for Shudder this month.
It's a very smart move for Shudder that at one point we're looking at the doors are going to be shut to actually come in at a time when Ragnar was, I'm not sure Ragnar's still here, when Ragnar said, it's physical media is getting harder, it's getting more niche. Shudder is a channel that kind of goes towards the people that will collect physical media. It goes towards people that are the horror fans, stuff like that. So to see that, they're going with two of the more popular companies and the more known scene companies among the collector medium. That's great. Should I mention the comment? So there's a guy online. No shade to him, I guess. And he's like, so he made a comment, and I'm like, and I just corrected him because he said, "Oh no, this is Vinegar Cinema just selling stuff like they do with, like they sell non-Vinegar Cinema releases once or twice a year for sales." And I'm like, no, they haven't done that for years. They started a partner label thing, and they don't do that anymore. And he said, "How do you know? Can I get a source?" And I'm like, "Did you seriously ask me?" This is what I do. This is my fucking life. Okay, dude. And he got dickish about it too. What do you want to see come out from Shudder? What's the release that you guys want? Because that's what I'm interested to know. What would you want, Warlock? What do you want, Sammy? What do you guys want from Shudder? Like on physical media. Like we've seen some RGLE releases, and they've been like low on the features. It's going to be a chance to get some really premium Shudder releases. So, and they've announced some stuff when it's come to Severin and Shudder, and we will get to that because we're going to go to the Severin announcement.
I shall be back.
All righty. Obviously, Superhost is a massive one for me. I'm just a massive fan of that film. I love the actress. And I love, what was it called? Was it The Influencer? It had some title like that. That was really, really good. Like really freaking good. I'm disappointed by anything from Shudder yet. Some have been better than others. The Furies I liked a lot. I'm actually kind of surprised I never heard the films, Sammy.
No more.
Yeah.
But
good spot.
Super cheap. There's some good ones. I mean,
How did it go?
I'm still doing it.
Oh,
there's a bunch of
because it's going to get hard out there.
oh yeah.
Hey, Disconnect, welcome, man.
Thanks.
We got Ryan here from Disconnected every Thursday night. Make sure you check out Reconnected. That's his big show that he does. And it's making it bigger in the magazine world. Disconnected has a magazine, and it's getting out there.
What's this? Disconnected in the house?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. What magazine is this?
I wish I got to bring it up here. Mention it to us, Ryan, so that people know where to get it.
Hey, hey, hey. Physical media. Oh, I like that. That's a great title.
It's got great covers too. You should. So it's now like coming into some stores, which is really cool to see, and I've seen it when Ryan some pictures online.
So are these full-on stores, or are these like specialist stores, or just so people know?
Yeah, let's know which stores that they're going to, or where people can get it actually.
Now, when I say specialist stores, I'm talking about like, is it something like Orbit, Dark Delicis? Do you know what I mean? Compared to, let's say, I don't know what their mainstream one would be now, Fred Meyers or whatnot, because over here it would be WH Smith's, it would be
Tesco.
Tesco, there you go, Tesco, Asda, you know.
Well, I'm at the Primark. The shirt I'm wearing is a Primark shirt, by the way. One of my favorite bands.
ACDC. Actually, that's not your band. That's who you identify as.
There you go.
ACDC.
But I love Back in Black actually. Did you have a favorite ACDC like album?
Not off the top of my head, I don't.
Thank you, Sam.
I know the music. I just don't know them in the sense of, like what their songs would be called. Physical media stores like Video Germany, Atlanta, CD Trader. Okay, CD Trader. So it is kind of like specialist stores then. Because CD Trader would be classified that way because it'd be a media one. Cool. Well, I hope it goes well for you, Ryan. With all of, I hope it's a long, successful magazine.
The start of something big.
Yeah.
We were there when? We want to say we were there when?
My favorite magazine is Nuts. Have you ever heard of it?
Oh yeah. Oh hell yeah. It's like Maxim, really.
Yeah, it is. It is. I used to love Nuts when I was a kid. It used to be brilliant.
I bet you did. You walked into it.
Yeah, I did. I went into it, I admit.
Yeah.
So are you excited for this sale then?
No. To be honest with you, no. I'm excited for people that are going to be excited for the sale. Because I know there's going to be people that are going to be excited. For me right now, this time of year, and I said this to Malcolm off camera, so I don't want to say anything off camera that wouldn't be able to say on. I love that these sales are available. I love that people.
Oh, that'd be very awesome. Thank you, Ryan. That'd be awesome.
I would love to be able to do that.
Just let us know what kind of column you'd like for it, and I'm sure we could do that.
Ryan's known my channel since. Ryan has actually. I'd like to say that Ryan actually has when it comes to Call December, Ryan literally has a T-shirt. So that's my start was in journalism. That's how I got my start. But it's been a while since I did a thing.
All right, let's do it. Let's do it, Ryan. Sounds good. I'll send you a message.
So for people, like this is going to be a big sale for people. I think for people that don't have a lot of vinegar syndrome stuff, are just getting into vinegar syndrome, but for me, I'm trying to limit myself to like about one sale. Nice, thank you, Matt. To one sale per company per year right now, because for different reasons. One, I travel a bit more now. I just come back from Spain. I was in Paris in March, and
you're hoping to go other places in the future, aren't you? Like other destinations, hopefully.
Yeah, down the road. I mean, like I love to go there. I love to go to Greece. I love to go to Italy. I love to go to Germany.
Have to go to England.
Yeah. Dude, we're going to do some awesome videos if I come to England. You know that, right? When I come to England, we're going to do some awesome stuff. the thing is that to differentiate my channel, I guess, from like whatever. One of the things that I want to do is be able to.
Let's be honest. Let's be honest. You said you won't say when it's offline. We're going to say what you said offline. You said to differentiate myself from the common peasants of YouTube, I am going to make myself international, and basically they're going to be my toilet roll. And I was like, Aaron, you got to calm down, mate. You got to calm down. And he was
wearing my crown at that time too. Sitting on my throne, was I the Mad King?
Yeah, you're like the toilet's my phone and the peasants are my toilet paper.
Just the opposite. I'm actually kind of I feel like the old guy in like I told Malcolm said, I'm like that. Like if anything happens on my channel, that's good. If somebody donates or whatever, or I got a Patreon, I'm really happy. But at this point, I'm like, I'm that old mentor guy. I'm like Obi-Wan Kenobi.
There you go. Well, you nailed that almost. You nailed it almost, just as Aaron said it as well.
The Cape Carrier staff walk to the country like you own it. There you go, man. That's what I should do. But no, for me, like I am in a location where I can inexpensively go to other locations and show you guys stuff that is not easy to see.
Yeah.
And I don't take that for granted. That I'm lucky for that. So yeah, Disconnected. Who knows? Maybe I can do something on boutique labels from somewhere else. Yeah. I just did a video on Fantaterra, which is not up yet, which was really fun to research, because Fantaterra is not just a label, the name of a label; it's an era in
lifestyle.
Like in Spain, from around 1960 to around like early 1980s, is when like you got like Leon Tomasky and Nashi and you got like Franco and all these guys coming and like doing this, like not just always horror, but just really kind of like transgressive, really like kind of like outlaw cinema. And the era was called Fantaterra. So the name actually means something. It's a big thing in Spain. It's like it's a source of pride. It's a source of struggle.
It's the true history of Spanish cinema.
It is really, and I didn't know that. Like I was like, I'll be honest with you guys, I did not know that until I started to research.
How could you know Nashi and not know that?
Well, I didn't know the name. That's the thing. Not the name of it, and I don't think I ever did. Like no, I know like the name of that that era of cinema, because one, I'm not Spanish. Two, I wouldn't have any reason to know it. Even like in the Nashi like biography, like they're not like dropping the name Fantaterra there. But it's for collectors, for people that like curious, that like cinema historians.
And it's a good collection as well. The ones you picked up so far, they really go well together.
Yeah, I do show all 19 like titles in in that video. It's coming on Patreon tomorrow, and it'll be on regular channel a week later. Because what I do right now because my patrons keep the lights on here, and I'm very grateful. So I do a lot of like kind of time exclusives, and but people that can't, that's understandable, because especially this what we live in right now, society we live in right now, you get a bunch of stuff come on here afterwards in some form or another. You'll see like the Fantaterra will come here too. So because I really think
we got to remember, guys, is if you don't pay for the content on Patreon, you can help out by giving the thumbs up and sharing the video.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like something always helps. Like as you see with my now regular subscription sloth that comes in every one of those videos, which by the way is Hin's favorite thing that I've done in ages. She loves subscription sloth.
So let me get this right. When she sees that, a big grin happens, and she's like, "Yay!" Because whenever I saw her, first time I saw her, I was like, "What the hell's going on here?" And I was like, "Wow, this is really calming."
It's like it was fun. I mean, and at the things, I was really tired when I did it. So when I yawn and like, when subscription sloth does a yawn and I'm yawning, I'm actually yawning. And Hind, when I first did it, I showed Hind was in for a video that I was doing a while back, and because I do animations for some of these here, and Hind was like, "That has to be on every single one of your videos." That's live.
I have to be honest, Warlock says North America is cut off from a lot of international stuff. It's a true blind spot for many.
It's true. And like my dad said, like, and which was the thing that I had to think about. He said, okay, what about if you show this stuff and some people, there's a pushback because people can't buy the stuff because they're not in the area that's at. Well, people think like, you know, haha, I got this. But
can I ask that for you for a second? Because can I just answer what I would say if somebody said that to me?
Sure.
So if I'm showing off something I went across the world to get for another country and they say, I can't get that, how dare you show this off and brag? The first thing I would say, first of all, it's not my fault that you can't get on a plane and go somewhere. Second of all, the other thing I would say is, look, I was on a little vacation. I went away and I found them and I wanted to share them because they're great. The third thing would be, if this is all you've got to worry about, right, then you need to get some help.
And number 4, the world's online nowadays, guys.
Yes.
9 chance out of 10. Just because you've never seen it before doesn't mean you can't get it.
Yeah. Putting your safe thing on eBay, it'll pop up eventually.
Expensive taste in America.
You.
Like I like
just take too much seriously.
Stuff like that. And the history behind like some like Spanish physical media, I want to do like a video on as well, because there is like a bit of a contention with some stuff that's being done. I won't talk about it too much right here, but I will say that there is like, I would like to get you in on something like that. Actually, I'd like to get disconnected on something like that, because it is a bit of a roundtable discussion that I think needs to be had. Ooh. I'm getting ideas in my head.
He's getting ideas. He's getting mad. He's getting the mad ideas. Ooh.
Second son.
On the Frankenstein.
You were excited about this?
I bought this. I had to buy this. This is one of my favorite movies.
I'm going to be honest with you guys, and anybody that's watching my channel knows this. I friggin' hated this movie the first time I saw it. I think it'd be good for
you said the first time, so that means the second time you loved it, right?
Third time. I love the way Tilly. So that was like, so when the song's playing at the beginning of the film, obviously I know the music. I love it. You know what I didn't like about this when I first saw it? And you know, it's meant to be like that. The family is so utterly atrociously hateable. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That it took me out of it a bit. It's kind of like
it.
Yeah, and it's right. It's when I said Eden Lake, I hated Eden Lake the first time I saw it because of that ending.
It's got some good comedy in it as well.
It's got some wonderful comedy in it, and it's a fantastic film. I love this movie now, but it took me a couple watches. Like you said, like sometimes it takes a couple watches before a movie clicks with you.
Yeah.
But it's like this one here. There's 2 movies that had like music that I would keep going back to. This one here is a Dwight Tilly song, and what's the name of it? And the song, God, what's the name of the movie though?
You're talking about the beginning song.
The Loved Ones. Yeah, the beginning song for this one. And
yeah,
and
it's,
the Loved Ones,
yeah.
Has this? I'm not
not
pretty enough. 2 fantastic songs.
I had to buy this. 2 months running, I put titles from Second Sight. Not because I thought I had to, but because I wanted to. And that is this one and A Bit of Sweet Life. Next week, just so people know, The Hitch has been again a release date. Next week.
Ooh, The Hitch. That'll be an interesting one to talk about. I love The Hitch.
Yes,
I remember
4K and everything. Finally getting a release date. So what I'm saying, guys, is keep an eye out because I've got a feeling that's going to sell out fast.
Yeah, for sure.
Malcolm, have you seen Tampon Tango? Ali Bonkers chat from. No, I don't think I've seen it.
If they're smart, they'll make the hit. They'll give The Hitcher a lot of copies.
They would, yeah, but not tell people. That's what I do.
I hate the FOMO thing though. When I see people doing FOMO, like companies doing FOMO, I get really, really kind of.
Well, you know, I'm thinking about releasing. Remember the home videos I was trying to sell to all these boutique labels of me dancing and like me, you know, doing stuff.
Yeah.
I decided I'm going to release it myself, right? And I'm going to put it under the Cult of Cinema label because I know you of all people would want Aaron Pin Presents.
Yep.
And I think we could sell it. big money. What was this? Diabolik DVD has enough titles from around the world for me. Now, I agree with you, but I don't like Diabolik DVD. Not because of the people. The people who run it, they're lovely people. I love the site. I love it. But being in England, I just hate the tax, the shipping on top. Luckily, the shipping's got a bit better. Wherever I look, it always seems more expensive for me than things. And that's never against Diabolik. That's just because of where I am. But it still annoys me a bit. Oh, Josephine, I haven't seen you in a while. What are you doing?
Yeah. This was in Spain, but it was only Spanish, and it had an amazing edition.
You've seen this film, right? It's phenomenal.
Yes. What I really wanted, but it was like, oh. And you know what else was in Spain that was really good? Had a great edition, but it was only Spanish. It's killing me. There's a Corbucci collection.
Oh.
3 of his greats, including Great Silence, right? And I'm like, oh.
Only in Spanish.
Only Spanish and Italian, right?
When this film went up, because I remember I told George about it because I got the email, I was talking to him. I was so tempted to buy the 4K, I held off. And the reason I held off was because for the reason I told you before, I'm trying to be more, thingy. Yeah. But this is one of those films that I would have in my collection. But I was like, do I need it with the book and you know what I mean?
Yeah, like
it is one I recommend if people have never seen it.
Oh, it's a fantastic film. We're going to go to yours and George's favorite company.
Yep. You still don't know one of the titles yet, do you?
No, I don't. No. You know how I would have been nice? I would have owned them really, really quickly if they would have accepted me into their into the review. So
you're really bitter about that, aren't you? You're so bitter.
I'm fucking bitter.
I like this Warlock, the premiere cock release, Malcolm the Exotic Dancer. See, it works. The cock release. See,
that's why when I was doing my name for my channel, I never really thought ahead on the initials until Warlock. I was doing merchandise. And the first time I was doing merchandise, and it was called a cinema shirt I was making. I said, "Oh, I'll do the initials on the sleeve."
Yeah.
So I got there. I'm like, "Oh shit!" And I was like, "Oh man." You watch Lizard Mom Scan, fantastic film. Ravenous, Curse the Cat People, great film.
You watched all classics. There's those things.
Mystery Train, so good. Twilight Zone movie. The Mindbenders, Touch is good too. Prince of Darkness. I saw Prince of Darkness with my dad in theater.
I'm going to be honest with you, Josephine. The thoughts on those, I could give you thoughts on every single one of them. And that would take too long. But what I'm going to say is you had great taste in picking those titles. Lizard Woman Skin, fantastic Fulci. Ravenous, a very good movie. Curse of the Cat People, you can't put that one down. Intruder, great. Comedy horror, if you ask me, with some great cameos. Mystery Train is great. Twilight Zone, the movie, you can't go wrong with that. That's a lot of fun. Mindbenders and Touch, I think you did great. And Prince of Darkness is one I think everybody knows anyway.
Thank you so much, Sammy.
Thank you, Sammy. That means a lot to me. That means a lot.
So I'm guessing you're excited about Tattooed Life.
Well, I'm excited about Tattooed Life because, of course, it's a Japanese movie. And on top of it, it's a Yakuza movie. And everybody knows when I was a kid, I wanted to be two things in life. No joking. This is true. I wanted to be a pastor of a church, and I wanted to be a Yakuza gang member. There were the two things I wanted in life. One, I couldn't be Yakuza because obviously I wasn't Japanese, I was English, so that would have not gone down well. Even though I thought about getting the tattoo. And the past element went away as I got older and basically life kicked in. I realised how hard life could be. So that kind of kicked that out the window as well.
Well, you could have been like the guy from 30 Kinds.
Oh, that's true. That's true. I could have been.
I want a physical release of that. Do you have that on? Did that get a physical release? I want that show.
What? Say the full title again.
30 Kinds.
No, I don't think it did.
Alex Iglesias. Me and Hind, every week that came on, because it came on HBO or Crave in Canada, we were so addicted to that show. There's like 6 episodes, and we get to the 6th episode, and I had to go downstairs and do something. And it's coming on, and we got it because you can pause it, right? Because it's but Hind's like, you've got like a minute. I got 1 minute. She said, because I'm unpausing this and I'm watching. I don't know if you, I'm sure you've seen it. If you haven't, guys,
Right.
it is Iglesias 30 Kinds is one of the best shows in so long, and it is so good, and it has a perfect ending that I kind of don't want them to do a second series in.
Yeah. You know, I think there's so much that could still come out. I'm just grateful to Radiance for they're releasing a lot of movies that we haven't had English versions of. You know, like subtitled versions.
We've done these announcements already. I just realized that.
Yeah, we did. Yeah, they're doing the next announcements on the 28th.
I guess the thing I can say is there's a sale going on right now, which people.
Okay, let me tell you this about the sale, right? So the Blu-rays are 2 for $22, right?
Yeah.
That's limited as well. My friend Alex, as you say, comes in now and again. Mr. Oh, I'm not going to buy movies anymore, right? Oh, stop spending money, right? I said, okay, I'm coming down, mate. What does he tell me? I spent £285 on the Radiant sale.
So if it's 2 for 22, does that mean the box set's still?
No, the box says $24.99, $29, but they're still bargains at those prices, if you ask me.
Oh, it is. Like they're much more expensive to initially buy.
You know, I mean, I think some of these technically work out cheaper than the subscription. I think, which that's fine because they've been out for quite a while.
Yeah, and it's good. Like they're a newer company, they need a sale like this, like to.
But I think they're doing their sales the right way because they're not too cheap, but they're cheap enough where you want to buy them. Is that like? I think Radiance. I do believe Radiance is the best label at the minute when it comes to releases, and I think they outshine Vinegar Syndrome. You know,
because they're taking chances, man. These are taking chance. They're putting it different stuff. So you mentioned before,
well, especially foreign stuff, because a lot of people get really edgy about that,
which just blows my mind. Because there is they put out some good, so many good releases. And Radiance for me is like when I found Fun City Editions. They're another company that put out like.
See, that's another thing. I buy every Fun City Edition Blu-ray because it's always phenomenal quality
and great features and stuff like that as well. This is one
you might have missed out on it. So that means you might have the standard edition Warlock.
Arabetta. This showed up in a place recently, and I was tempted to go buy it.
You should have.
But I'm not sure if it's still available. I'm thinking on it because it was at a really good price.
Here's an example for you, right? I hate Raro Video. I hate them. I hate them with a passion, right? Because they're such a terrible company. But I always buy the Raro films through Radiance because I know at least I'm going to get them.
So, quick comment from my dad there. My dad asked about Umbrella. So let me just check.
Get his ass in the chat.
I'm sure he's here. Dad just likes to stay.
Yeah, well, he's supposed to be my dad too, and he doesn't give me any support. Where are you?
Where's the? Damn it! I'm gonna need an XE converter. I want to see what the rate is for Australian to Canada right now.
I help him get a 4K player by getting the thing, and then he ignores me again. Break my heart. Anyway, I'll keep talking. So yeah, that's why I buy the Raro Video ones, right? Because at least I know I'm going to get them through Radiance. As when you buy them from Raro themselves, they're a bit flaky. So if you want to know what my top boutique labels are, quickly, top 4 at a minute, I would say Radiance. Then I would probably say Vinegar Syndrome because I would say I enjoyed Televisions, as a subscriber. I'd say I enjoyed the Mixture at the minute. I like that, especially with the Greyface line as well, sub-label. I'm liking what they're doing, and I can see that they're getting some really good titles. What would be my fourth one? I would have said 7 in the past, but probably Fun City, I would say. And I wouldn't say them in any particular order either. I would always put Radiance at number 1 though, because I feel like they're. I just feel like they're in such a great time at the minute. And their subscriptions are decent prices, like £700. So for the year, I mean, their next subscription period is in September. So I'm hoping to resubscribe.
Severin, you ready?
Yep.
So I went to Twitter for Severin. Let's go to the first announcement, I guess. Let's work our way up.
I want that pillowcase. That's what I want. I want doing the sale. I want that pillowcase.
But this here,
Burial ground.
so it's just a clearance going on since the 21st with some of the
I will say, Warlock. To answer your thing while I was looking down the list. I've had a similar situation where that happened with me, where I pre-ordered something and I never got it because I ordered it from Amazon.
Yeah. Oh God, yes. For me, it was the first, like the Blood Island set from Severin.
Oh yeah.
We pre-ordered when it first got announced on Amazon because Amazon had a better price, and it sold out on Severin. And then they said, okay, it's going to be a little bit late coming, and they sold the other copies, and we didn't get it. We still don't have the Blood Island films.
Well, what about this? I pre-ordered from 88 Films, right? 5 titles that came out early June, and I still don't have them because one of them is not in stock.
Hopefully,
and I pre-ordered 2 months before, so they should have had a copy there held for me. Makes no sense.
I should be saying the reveals. What the heck?
It's because they put so much garbage up.
Okay, we'll go from number 2. But first, they did from Variety. What we know is coming from the from Shudder and Severin right now is we got Satan's Slaves, we got Antiviral, Baskin is coming, the 2012 remake of Maniac is coming out. We're getting a the 20.
That's a brilliant remake. That I love Maniac.
2006 remake of Sisters is coming, and the Autopsy of Jane Doe.
The one out of them that I'm really not interested in is Baskin, because that was a big pile of turd.
You didn't like Baskin?
No, I thought it was boring.
But everybody's got to like Baskin. It's got that like hype to it, right? Okay, so number 2. Are you ready?
Yep.
Because we know we've already talked about opera, so we don't need to talk about that. Simple like Silver.
Do you know anything about it? Because I have no idea.
Why? Of course I do.
Just so people know, that's a sale exclusive, which means apparently after this sale, it's not going to be on there anymore, except for their convention stalls.
I got to get this like from my head. It's poetic and profound. The girl in it gives a quiet, radiant performance, and it's a must-see for fans of art house cinema.
And it's only 70 minutes long.
Thank God. Well, see, here's the thing. I'm not going to lie. When I see a movie and it's like 90 minutes and under, I so appreciate it. I'm so sick of these like I'm not ahead of my films.
Well, movies.
I'm not ahead of my films type.
Imagine how I feel when I put a movie on Netflix and I'm like, okay, let me watch this. Then it's like 2.5 hours long. I get lost. It's a gorgeous watch. If you like it, okay. So I'm glad you saw it, Ryan, because I hadn't heard of it. So it might be a must. It might be more of a buy now that you've said such good things about it.
Yeah, see, because I don't know it. I like that. When I can honestly say I have seen. Did you work in any of these, by the way, Ryan? Because now Ryan works a bit with Severin sometimes.
Ooh,
yeah, Ryan
nice.
does features for Severin. Does features for Severin. Does stuff for television.
I know he does stuff for television, but I didn't know about Severin.
Yeah, he's a busy guy, man.
Damn.
The Mummy and the Curse of the Jackals.
This is the story of you and me, Aaron. You're the mummy and I'm the jackal. Right? Because I'm the one with the hair.
Almost on the opposite. Oh, damn. Dude, there's not much difference in our hair at this point.
Hold on a minute. You're almost on the upward disc where it was too full. Just like 4 discs. That's mental.
They should have gave you time.
Mental. I mean,
so this
so have you seen Mummy versus the Jackals?
Okay, well, how can you give me the mummy with like the mummy's all like, I get to be the mummy because I get to be the one's like, wait a second.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah,
hold on.
That's me, and that's me jumping in the all hairy and weird looking in the sky. See?
There we go. Look, with Severin, Def Crocodile,
Severin.
Film Masters, Shout Factory, and Saturn's Core.
Whoa.
There you go.
That's impressive. I mean, really impressive.
Good
on you, Ryan. I'd love to work. I'd love to work with a label one day and just sit on the commentary talking about breasts and and saying things I'd motivate that and
Melusine. Melusine's your label.
But I just don't think they'd let me, But maybe one day.
The Red Light Band.
Good on you. You know what? I don't like that slip, but when you see the actual normal cover, it actually sold me a little bit more. What is it? Is it up there?
That's a great alligator.
Well, they're re-releasing alligator, are they?
I think it's just on sale. The Great Alligator. So the Red Light Band, was that their last? No, number 5 is their last announcement. So, and that is right up here, I think. The Butcher Baker Night in America. Such a good film, man.
That is a good film. There it is.
Don't Change Hands. Did you see this one, Ryan? This one I don't know. Called the Sim label should be a thing, man.
It should be. I agree. With a sub label called Wet Dreams of Milk. That could be like the sub where I talk at the beginning of each movie about how excited I am, and at the end I could show like a moist meter of how excited it got me, and at the end it could end with me dancing around, jumping up and down with a big gooey splatter hit the screen. It's going to be great, I think. Yeah, because that's Spanish, isn't it, Red Light Bandit?
They've gone for like a different aesthetic for this here, from the.
I heard this is from a director from an Altered Innocence film that was released, so it could be good. It could be really good.
Which is just like Elvira.
No, but I know so. I would not dress up as Elvira, but I know somebody who did dress up as Elvira, and I will show you because they did a really good job of it. And it's actually something that I think was really cool. So let me just quickly do this. Yeah. Let's have a look. There's the pictures. What's the pictures? There you go, look.
That's a really good Elvira.
Very good. And to the point that she actually tagged him and said thank you.
Anybody remember that short-lived reality, kind of like game show, whatever it was, where they had people be the next Elvira? Remember that?
Yeah, I remember that. There's that, what do you call it? Who's that woman? Is it on the television ones? It was kind of like a kind of modern Elvira in a way. She was on the Cannibal Camp Out.
Speaking of which, I haven't checked out television recently, have we?
I think it's because I haven't had any more. I've noticed they're working with Treasured Films.
Like, I don't think I've seen some as Liam release. I did not know it was in television though.
That's it. Aura Gorelis. I think I said that right. Yeah, I've noticed she's on a few of the releases. Maybe she's actually on more because I've never heard of her until the television releases.
I want to look her up, but I don't know if can I look her up without like.
Can you look her up without going up?
The montage my channel. Let's find out. Let's just put us on to us for a second while I do that.
All right. There we go.
So I lived in an area where I got to see Aurora Borealis for real.
Ooh.
Okay, no, I can't. Perfect. So let's go get a good picture. Come on, you can go up there. My cat Pixie is with me today. Just what a shock, right?
Pixie Oreo. Always jumping around, always trying to get that action.
She is so adorable. Do you like it? Look at this glass, man. Isn't that a neat, different looking glass?
It's cool. Is that Coke?
It's a cola, which may be Coke. It's a
People
cola.
need to understand. Me and Aaron were both Cokeheads.
So let's see if I get a picture here. It's not a big one. Come on, give me a bigger picture.
Question is, I've got a question for you, Ryan. Is Aurora Borealis, if I say that right, going to be on more discs? Because I do enjoy them. I do enjoy them a little bit more with that, presentation thing. Cult of Cokeheads. I like that. That's bad. That's why you need to change it. Cult of Cokeheads. That's the
When
new
we're stuck
name
with the same
for the
initials,
channel.
we're like, stuck with the same. There's Aurora Borealis right there. It's nice. I mean, in this era, oh, come on back. Come on, sweetie. It's nice to see that we still get these. We used to have Scream TV here in here in Canada, and the best era of Scream TV was when they had these people on there for they had hosts, and they had 3 or 4 different hosts, and one of them, well, my favorite was let's see if I can find them here.
That's great to hear. I'm happy to hear that. Because I think she nails down the perfectness between the cheesiness and the fun side. And I think that's very hard when you're a host, especially nowadays on these type of releases compared to, like the times of Elvira and that.
What the hell?
Because it can come off either too cheap or it can come off too serious. And I think the balance is just right.
I'll go to Scream TV also and just get the Scream TV show and series. I'm sorry. I have no interest in the Scream TV series right now. I did watch Pretty Little Liars Original Sin. I finished that series.
It said there on Reddit, Canadian TV channel Scream.
Yeah. But it's just Reddit, so I'm not going to. All right. Dusk. You end up calling it Dusk, which was horrible. But they had from 4 hosts, and they eventually went to 1, and she would be play different characters. But one of the initial ones, and his son actually, because he's a Canadian author, and see if I can find the names here.
Hold on a minute. I've just heard the door. I'll be right back.
Already, and well, his son actually is viewer of the channel, and he actually came on and showed me some of his dad's stuff was on YouTube. Some of the host clips. It's always fun when you kind of meet somebody that has seen has seen you or has some kind of connection with somebody that you kind of admire. But for me, the massive release announcement this time around is this one. Okay, Ryan should hopefully know these because nobody else did when I talked about it. I'm a big fan of Hell House LLC. Warlock Ryan, you guys were here when I started. Are you guys fans of this film series? Because when we started this, there was nobody knew. I don't know if they didn't know or they're just really quiet. There we go. Perfect.
Geo.
See, this was the announcement for me. Caligula announcement's fantastic. I love that. All the stuff that's in it. It's going to be first and fourth one are so good. Second and third, yeah, but they're worthwhile. Yeah, I mean, like they're good. I mean, like I haven't seen the fourth one yet, so I'm really excited to watch that one. Though.
Yeah.
But I've seen the first three. And you don't, when you go in, I guess you don't expect to, it to be what it is, or it to be as good as it is.
I just like the lenticular on it, but it actually does all four artworks.
So it's got 8 art cards. So kind of like, and I guess I can show it because I did already have the thing up. No, it's not here.
100-page hardback book as well. That's going to be cool.
Hey, Roy, welcome, man.
Hey, Ray.
Roy got on the channel and is working on a couple documentaries. Hopefully,
Yes.
we're getting
Ho.
Folks are seeing those coming out soon. Roy, have you seen the Hello's LLC? Because I'm trying to sell, like, not on buying this set, but actually going out and watching the movies for. Though if this set does come to Metaluna, I will definitely be picking it up, I think.
Oh, both are finished.
Nice. I was talking to Maddie the other day. You're not a huge fan? Oh, rewatch. And Maddie's been on the channel. And there's a horror, like he lives in New York. And there's a horror flea market in New York.
Oh, lucky.
Yeah, and he's going to have a table there, actually. So I was talking to him. We were, like, FaceTiming, and he was getting his comics and stuff ready for it. And I said, the next time I do, like, a pre-tape video, I'll actually link it down there because I know people that are in that area are going to want that. Going to want to check that out. If I was in New York, I'd be horror flea market. You can bet I'd be there.
And we know what you'd do if you were there. If you were there, you'd go up to Matty's stall, slap him around the face, just take all the stuff off his table.
No, his wife would kill him. She'd be like, "Oh, I got you." We always know that, our better halves are the ones that are in charge.
Where am I based? I'm based in a small area in the world called England.
I've never heard of it.
Yeah, never heard of it. Most people haven't. I grew up in England, moved to America, moved back to England.
What year
it's
did you
a
move
forgotten
back?
country nobody really knows about. Most people don't know the language either.
What-
Luckily, Aaron has me on a translator app where people can hear me.
What year did you move back to England?
I moved back to England in 2021.
When did you move to England?
What you mean, move to America?
America, yeah.
I moved to America in 2012. So I was there technically 9 years.
I haven't been to America since I was a kid. And so I want to go to New York. One, because I want to see some plays, and two, because I just love the area. We have friends in New York, and you have the big Comic-Con there still, right? What like the Toronto one, like Toronto Expo and Fan Expo? And I think Ottawa has the smaller Ottawa Comic-Con, and Montreal has a really nice Comic-Con there. For what was a Comic-Con at like horror convention?
We've got the London Film Con here on July the 7th.
Are you going to it?
Over here. No, I ain't going to it. I mean, I'd like to go to it, but to be honest with you, it's too busy and it'd be too late for me now to really be prepared to go. Do you know what I mean? Like, yeah, I'd rather go and do something where I feel like I'm actually spending time with people than going and just paying to, and be stuck in a room with people. Not that I'm complaining about that, but it's just what it's like over here now. When I watch like Monsterpalooza videos, there does seem to be a lot more room there to walk around and that than in the conventions here. So I think if it was more like that, I'd want to go more. But last time I went, it was so crowded and it was awful.
I like when we used to go to Montreal, we used to plan around 8 months ahead of time for saving and for like all that type of stuff. Because going to conventions is like it's kind of like when I come on here, it's like I'm around my people. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So often find myself like talking to people at the convention. Usually people at tables like Black Fawn or like Trauma.
So you start talking Canadian then?
Well, Trauma weren't Canadian, so. But yeah, no, the Trauma guys are really nice.
Oh, okay, sure. I was going to say, because I was going to ask you if you did, if you jumped up and down and kicked your feet and stuff, like Terrence and Phillip in South Park, because you said you were 20 people.
Oh no, that's the horror people are the horror people, the movie collectors, the comic collectors.
Yeah,
those are my peeps.
Yeah.
Yeah, Caligula's an amazing one too.
I think it's such great announcements. You think about if you bought all these announcements today, guys, you're probably looking over 1,000.
Yeah, it's like it's great. So always buy in moderation, buy the stuff you can afford. If you're lucky enough that you can like blindly go out and buy everything, and it doesn't affect anything else in your life, power to you.
That doesn't surprise me, Warlock. The reason I say that is because they had the Sadness, they had Autopsy of Jane Doe, and a couple more that other companies have got now. So that would make sense.
It's always sad to see a banner go out, though.
I always like their slips, especially that Jane Doe one. Because it had like the naked body, didn't it?
Yeah, I got that one here somewhere. I got a few Raven banner releases. But yeah, buy stuff that you can. That's why, like I say, here, I have this like thing. Here, let's do this thing right here. Heck. Where's it at? I got a bunch of them.
Okay. They only had rights in Canada. Okay, that makes sense, right? Because when I bought them from Orbit, so I didn't know they were only in Canada. So I'm glad you corrected that. Same as you, Ryan. I'm glad you both corrected that because I wasn't completely sure. So I'm glad you guys know.
Right, so banners going Canadian. Okay, nice. They're just moving the partner.
Oh, they're
okay.
moving partner. Oh, okay.
Which is good.
Well, I feel like numbnuts now.
Not really.
I'm a numbnuts.
No, Ring Banner's Canadian company. But there you go. If you guys want to show your support, you can do any of that stuff.
Come on, England! Just hit the thumbs up. England's football on tonight. Sammy's a Scotsman, like George, and he's going to cheer us on. And England's going to win. And then we're all going to sing the English songs. It's coming home.
I would love to say that I watch a lot of this stuff, but my better half knows way more about like football than I do. I watched a lot of hockey growing up because I'm Canadian. And it's
hockey's Canadian, isn't it? Let me ask you this, right? Let me ask you this about Canadian hockey, right?
Sure.
If me and you started playing hockey one day, would you try and smash my skull in like they do on the thing? Because it seems to be the thing, doesn't it?
Well, you're wearing padding, stuff like that, but we do fight more. If we're playing hockey, I'm not a great skater. So can you skate?
On my head, yeah, but nowhere else.
Here's the thing: I can skate, but I can't stop. This is nowhere to rely. Like you put me on rollerblades, fantastic, wonderful. I can do that. Then I can stop, jump, whatever. Skateboard, yes. Put me on like ice skates, not the greatest.
When I tried it, I kept falling over.
Well, when I was a kid, they used to put me in the frigging like net because I wasn't a great skater, and always wonderful being in the net when there's like massive hockey pucks coming towards your head and you're not wearing a helmet.
Yeah, that must hurt.
Oh man, I had so many bruises and welts when I used to go home.
I got a cricket ball twice, once to the face, and once in the nuts. Hit me directly in the nuts. I was at school, and the girl I liked actually hit the cricket ball, hit me in the nuts, and the teacher left me there in agony on the floor and just left.
Here's the thing that you have to know, Malcolm. So when you're Canadian, when you're born, like you come out
with a hockey stick,
and so like they give you your honorary hockey stick, and your Molson beer, or if you're in a certain area, Black Horse, and your toque, because you're going to need that, which is a hat for people that don't know.
You said it, Sammy.
And your back bacon.
So that's what you get the day you're born.
That's it's like your Canadian, like your guidebook.
It's your legacy.
And if you live in Newfoundland, a copy of the Newfoundland Herald.
I tell you what we get when we're born. Right, when we're born, we get they let us go our teeth, and then they punch us in the face. We lose some. Right. We get given an English scarf with England on it, and if we're lucky, we get doused in beer non-stop before we get kicked out on the street to deal with it. And that's like just a year within a year. We talk about groups all the time. I'm glad to hear they're doing okay. And John Mother said, "Yeah, they took quite a basis." I just didn't realize they were Canadian.
Oh yeah, like it's like Black Fawn. Black Fawn's Canadian too.
Yeah,
like that are we've got some pretty cool stuff over there in Canada.
I know a lot of people. I know a lot of people get. Did you see all that? Oh my word! Did you saw that Vinegar Syndrome stuff was smashed?
Smashed
on Facebook. Did you see it? Yeah, no, I'll show you. Hold on, I'll show everybody. Let me just get up on my thing. It was awful.
Like somebody received their package smashed, or?
Yeah, it was completely smashed up. Where is it? Hold on. I shall find it and show some pictures because it was horrifying. There you go, look. Ready?
Ready.
Look at that. That was Daryl, completely smashed.
The heck?
But that's not all. Prophecy.
Oh, that is
right.
rare.
Magic Crystal.
It ain't too magic.
Evil Judgment. Killer Condom. And this was what the box looked like when I get my boxes sometimes looking like this.
Did somebody like punt kick the box?
Oh.
Did the guy that was delivering it like hurt his back and kick it all the way to the house?
I think what happened is the same thing that happened to me on that Severin post. The guy went F yo and just started kicking the thing out of it. I couldn't believe it. I was like, what the hell?
That's the delivery people, yeah. You get some amazing delivery people and you get some like not so amazing delivery people. Here's one thing. Canada has still put out what I consider the very best version of the editor and the very best version of Black Christmas.
Agreed.
That like Rue Morgue magazine that you get with it. I had to buy when that came out. Like I think I was in St. John's. I had to buy that for so many people that were in Canada at the time that were friends of mine. I got I think 5 or 6 copies of that Black Christmas one. I had to send off to the States.
My boxes always come dented. They always come dented. And I can tell you this, I always have at least one slipcover that has some damage to it. But I never ask for a replacement. Not because I shouldn't get one, but because I'm just like, I want the movie. If the movie's not damaged, then the slip is. Just a little bit, I'll deal with it because I don't buy them to resell. Do you know what I mean?
Only time I ever had issue with that was from Arrow Video. And it wasn't the slip, it was the case that was broken. Like the actual case. So, but I was like, I can get a case. So I just, got some extra cases.
That's what, I mean, I got that Herschel Gordon Lewis set and it came with wrinkles in it, from where the person's packed it badly. I complained to him and he said, that's not damage. And I went, it is damage to me. I paid you £65. I expect £40 back.
I was at Target, the first or second day it opened in Canada. And I went up with a few films. I bought Man of Steel because I'm
because you were feeling really rough that day and you forgot just how bad the movie was.
Because it's not a great film. It's not bad. It's like considering Batman versus Superman. Man of Steel looks freaking awesome. Sorry, dude. Awesome creative member Superman. Okay, but anyway, so I get a couple there, and one of them's got a slip, and the girl, like she's there, and she's wanting to rip that up for you. I'm like, what? She said, yeah. She said, this is just covering for the store, right? She had no idea what a slipcover was.
What?
She apparently she had taken a couple before, and I guess the person bought the movie, and she just took the slipcover off and tore it up and put it in the garbage.
You should have said to her, slipcover is like a condom, right? And you'll never forget next time, because you put a condom to protect the genitalia, right? That's what slipcover is, to protect a case, right? The only difference is you don't take it off after you use it, because, there ain't loads of crap all over it. But, it's ridiculous.
Well, she doesn't know what a slipcover is. She may not know what the other thing is either. So
Did she was she pregnant?
She was like getting ready to rip it up in front of me. And I'm like, what are you doing?
I see that all the time in CX. They rip the slipcovers off from in the bin. I'm like, no, give me the slipcover.
I have to say, this is good CX in Spain. And now, like, he comes there and he takes out the, because I got the Fanatera there, the Boss Lobo. And I'm because he just showed the box and the case, right? So there's a place where and I've never had a Fanatera before. It's my first thing. So I said, oh, it looks like there's a book that goes there. And but will the book be there? Because so you're buying secondhand, so you never know.
Yeah.
So the book. So he comes. Puts the book in. Still wait, and he comes with the thing, the ticket number on it, and puts it in there as well. And I'm like, oh, perfect. So that's when I was like, when I saw the numbers, and I'm sucker for number things. I saw like there's a book and there's like a little like ticket, like a number things. It's like number 50 of 666. I'm like, I am going to buy everything.
You should see me. The first VSA that I got for Vinegar Syndrome that had 32 as the number on it. I ran upstairs, said, look, right? And she was like, it's just delivering. Have I arrived just in time for the rambling portion of the stream? Yes, you have.
Here's the thing, Darth Sidious. I think the entire stream is a rambling portion of the stream.
The whole stream is normally us starting off with a idea of talking about something. And then the next thing, it's normally, there's a little bit of the hot action talk from May about women and body parts, and sometimes a little bit more than that. And then there's Aaron giving some wise knowledge on something like, hosts of screen TVs. And then it normally goes back to us rambling about something else. There you go, cult of rambling.
Here we go.
Hey!
The core. Here we go. So, ready for this, Malcolm? I know you've seen these, but other people haven't. Hats I got while I was in Spain because I'm a goofball.
You get sombrero. Oh, Pineapple Man.
I had to get that. But one that... Are you ready? Are you ready, guys?
Let's see. Hey, you know what you look like, didn't you? You look like the Milky Bar kid.
So if I talk about westerns and stuff like that, it looks like one of those little kid western, like a little kid. Man.
I like how you're like. If I talk about westerns, like people can actually take you seriously in that talk about westerns.
Yeah, like talking about who's not gonna take me seriously? Look at those, right? Man, come on. Bang bang.
Oh, it's gonna go down well. Oh, it's good to see you, Darth Sidious.
It is.
And Warlock, I think I saw your comment about your package. Being damaged.
That was the cowboy segment.
The cowboy segment.
I said I'm wearing that.
Well, Alan can wear the hat, and I can do the talk. I can go, howdy there, cowgirl. After you mentioned End of the Line on previous stream, I watched it and actually enjoyed it for a low-budget horror.
Nice.
Oh, it's good, but it's not as good as Slashers. Same director, in case people wondered. Same director. It's all right. There's an 8-year gap between them, I believe. I think it's 7 or 8 year gap. End of the line. I do like End of the Line. I think End of the Line's good, especially the guy that's really messed up, that's working for him. But Slashers is number one from that director, from me. I'm glad you enjoyed it, though. I did, see? I did. I know Warlock is. See?
I have got to put it up here.
Classic Malcolm had the Milky Bar Kid. See? See? There we go. The Milky Bar Kid. I used to love that back in the day. Slashers is fun. Slashers is a fantastic movie. I love Slashers. I actually bought a second copy of Slashers for my friend just so that I can take his slipcover and give him the so that I've got both slipcovers. You won't like that. I actually enjoyed End of the Line better than Slashers, but love them. But we're going to have issues. I started liking you, now I don't. Because at the moment you think these things, Slashers number one. To be honest, there are two different kinds of movies in the horror sector. They're both really good, but I've always had a soft spot for Slashers. I think because of the time I saw it more than anything.
I had to put it here. The Superman costume. Now, obviously, this is shooting costume. So lighting, all the other stuff that's, hasn't been done on it yet, but it gives you an idea of what the costume looks like. What are your thoughts on the new Superman suit?
I think the new Superman actually looks really good. I think the suit looks good. I think obviously they're going to do a little bit more with it, so it doesn't just look like that. Obviously, they're going to puff up the suit more, I think, in post-production.
Yeah, I think like for this here, well, it's got a bit of a Quietly look right there. For those, Frank Quietly. But I think that it's going to, like for this rate, one of the biggest complaints for any actor that played Superman was that often when they made the suits were too tight to move in. Same with
so basically like the Batman one.
Yeah, and so I know Henry Cavill said like the Superman suit was super tight, and he got a bad Superman suit, like in my opinion. Like a lot of people love the Henry Cavill Superman suit, but
these look so fake.
This is like, and it's made out of tiny S shield. Like, are you serious? And like,
I've said yes. Have you not watched Slashers when you've known me for years? Shameful.
But
it's like a party costume, just saggy. That's what I said. I think it's gonna be pumped up a little bit in post production.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like people have to remember, this is like leaked, like things from the shoot here. First look at Cat Grant. I think she looks amazing. It actually looks, for the first time in years, Superman look like, aside from the Superman Lois series, Superman looks like Superman, and the comic looks like the comic characters. I'm loving it.
Yeah, true.
My better half looked at it and immediately said, "Oh, this is like classic Superman."
Yeah.
She picked up on that right away. She said, "Oh, this is like this is more of a classic style to the costume, like the colors, the trunks, and stuff like that." Lois in her classic purple outfit, which anybody that's ever read the comics or watched Superman the Animated Series.
So you can tell they've actually thought about it and actually studied it instead of some of these things.
Oh, yeah. You can tell the difference between that, for instance. And there's our first look at Perry White. And a first look at Jimmy Olsen right there. And Steve Lombardi.
Nice.
I'm so excited about this, guys. I know some people are probably like tuning out because I'm talking about some of this, but it's just really like nice to define.
Because this is the first one under James Gunn as well, isn't it?
It is, and it's first look at Mr. Terrific. Well, that is such good costume. I don't think a lot needs to be done with this in production.
No.
Hey, do you know what?
It's Sunset Cuddy.
I have to show Gino the hat that I'm wearing in the next video that we do.
Oh, the Milky Bar Kid hat.
I'm totally wearing this hat.
We call it the Milky Bar Kid hat, Gino.
This looks like a hat, a cowboy hat that you would wear if you're on like a hobby horse.
It looks like the type of hat you'd wear if you're in a hobby horse and you were at a certain kind of bar.
Well,
I can't believe Superman is white in 2024.
Well, there's a black Superman, but it's a different character. But there's going to be a movie about that other Superman. Well, there was going to be. I'm not sure if it's still on the go or not.
I can't believe they called Perry White when they should have changed the name a little bit for a bit of laughter. Yeah.
I'm a big, like, I love this guy from SNL. So he's perfect for Steve Lombardi. If you know the character.
So since Gino's here, when's the Western video?
I don't know yet. That's what I'm trying to figure out. Hopefully sometime next week. I tried to get my dad in to get like three different like generations of Western. Dad's not sure if he's gonna be able to do it. So that's what I was trying to figure out. Oh, I love that outfit right there.
If your dad doesn't do it, I'll do it.
There you go.
If your dad don't do it, I'll do it, because I'm playing as nice as your dad on Westerns, but I do know a bit about them.
Well, I would talk the spaghetti portion of it. That's my thing. Well, look,
I could talk about the Triple X adult versions.
She looks different than like. She looks like she's much better than Amy. Amy Adams, right? Was the last one?
Yeah, Amy Adams. The only film for Amy Adams is Beautiful Win, is in Core Intentions 2.
I love
racial inequality. I'm off to watch Fight for Your Life.
I love this cape.
The cape looks good.
Oh, I'm so excited, man. Like
it's exciting, you know. It's always cool when you see the early screenshots and that, but it's incredible when you get to see the actual film.
Yeah, because screenshots are just the leak shots. Like nothing's been put in there. People are like
teasers.
Remember the Black Panther movie was coming out and they showed the suit was leaked and people were like, "Oh, this suit looks horrible. It looks like a Comic-Con suit." Then the movie came out and didn't look anything like the suit.
Exactly. Exactly. A lot like Sonic as well. When that first came out, people were like, "Oh God, look at that," and then they changed it.
How long before, or probably already started? There's a bunch of like people on here that are just like super butthurt. Or is that already happened? All of them. We know what I'm talking about. You know the people I'm talking about.
I do.
We call them the hashtag people.
Hashtag angry.
Oh man. Like what you like, just don't be dick about it. That's my thing, right?
All I want is a good movie. That's all I care about. Yeah. A good movie. You know what? I'm going to be honest here, guys. The best superhero movies I've seen are made by Axel Bond. They're the best ones. They've got the most heart, and they've got the most action I've ever seen. And I really like them.
Every time.
And the endings are always explosive. And I love that. It adds to it. So, look, Aaron, I hope you wrote down the mystery film. You leave me hanging. That's because Aaron does not know what that film is. I'm telling you, he doesn't know. He's dragging you on. It's like a girl playing a guy. He's got you on the tender hooks. He's got you coming back for more. You're never going to get that title.
I got to remember what that is. It kills me that I know.
I asked Benay the same question. He had no clue. I smart laugh like a muppet. You know, I laughed. The reason I was laughing last night was because Benay thought at first that Darth Sidious was talking about Vinegar Syndrome because he put Melusine in the title. Then he was like, "Oh, what do you expect me to do?" Darth says, "I'm going to laugh, and especially when you say pass when I'm talking about something." It felt like natural justice.
This is the best looking Superman cast.
It is.
Good God. Eve Teschmacher.
Alan and Malcolm, I'd like to get your thoughts on the recent teaser trailer for Edgar's Nosferatu. As a massive fan of 922, I hope it lives up to masterpiece and isn't 5 hours long. It's probably going to be good, but nothing's going to match that masterpiece because of the time it came out and the way it was done. You know, got to think they had limited effects. They had such an incredible atmosphere and the usage of locations, and the guy himself was horrendous because that was his real look.
To be fair, let's not forget that we've already had a Nosferatu remake that's absolutely fantastic.
Yes,
the Werner Herzog one, which is which was a fantastic film. So it's not like they can't remake it and make it really good. That's already been proven. You know, they've already done it. That was
long ago now. That was like a million years ago now. They have to remake of a remake of a remake now, don't they?
79. So I would say it looks really good. They're not showing too much of the vampire at this point. You know, we see a lot of Willem Dafoe. I think it's kind of comical that Willem Dafoe is it's kind of like, you know, the good guy in the film because, you know, before. But it'll be interesting to see where it goes.
Also, Zami said, because we missed it earlier, he said, to both of you, give me a hidden gem film. I'm going to give you a really hidden gem film that most people have never watched. And it's very forgotten. And it shocks me to this day, and that is To Kill a Mockingbird. Did you know nobody's ever mentioned that before till today?
I thought we were going to say Nightmare on Elm Street. No one's seen that one.
You know, there's a lot of hidden gems out there. There's a few, like San Quentin is one with Pat O'Brien, Humphrey Bogart. It depends on the genre, really.
That's what I was actually thinking.
Because you could go to many different decades, generations. You know, and I'm sure me and Aaron could name constantly.
There was a time when The Stepfather was considered a hidden gem.
Yeah. Oh, it still is over it. You know, we can't get it. Do you know, I've never seen it in the store.
I was amazed that I walked into a store and saw Stepfather there.
It's just shame they didn't. It's just showing it wasn't a double bill one.
Have you ever seen this movie?
Yes, I've seen it.
It's insane.
Let's say a hidden gem. It depends. Like I said, it depends on what you're interested in and what your mindset is.
Seriously, Watchers. Or
you talk about the new one because people hate it.
No, the old one. The one with
the old one. Okay, the old one. I was going to say.
But I gotta see if I remember. But there's one movie.
How about The Voyeurs? That's you know, get the naked Sydney Sweeney in there.
I actually like that movie a lot. I'm not gonna lie, I really did like the movie.
You know, the reason is because Herzog's remake is the hack compared to the Venice one.
Oh no, Herzog's remake's amazing.
Nosferatu in Venice is by far the superior one of the two. I'm telling you that right now.
We know he's joking because if not, people would be coming with like white coats for him. Herzog's remake is amazing.
A hidden gem naughty film.
Okay, see, because I was going to say this is not a naughty film, but ever see the movie Whispers?
Yeah.
So I love that film. I love the book. That's another Dean Koontz because I was and
I'm sorry. Did you swear then?
No, Dean Koontz.
Did you just say Dean and swear? Because that's not right, is it? What's his name?
Dean Koontz. Konntz.
What was that one I got recently?
You had one that, like I said, this is a really good one. Because here's the thing: he bought a bunch of these like softcore erotic type like Skinamax films, and he mentioned the titles to me, and I was like, right away, I was like, oh yeah, this movie.
Yes.
Like I knew. You know the type of films that I know because it was like, okay, yeah, you got to watch this one because there's this scene and this actor.
There's a Hong Kong film Sammy, that I picked up recently, but I did enjoy, and it is called.
Yeah.
I've got it over there, but I
You know, I
cannot
had the Blu-ray, man.
remember. It's called. Is this it? Yeah, that's it. The fruit is swelling. There you go. The fruit is swelling.
That's the one you got recently, isn't it?
Yeah, I got it recently. I also got another one called Girl in Captivity. That was fun, but it's a low Japanese one. But the first one's actually quite fun because one of the people dresses up in a sumo outfit, right, and basically has sex with the woman. It's actually quite funny. And there's Girls on Trains as well, which I picked up recently, which is Japanese. I haven't watched them yet, but they're normally quite fun for the more Nikatsu style short films.
All right, but at 2 hours, which is usually over an hour over what I normally go, but I haven't done anything well, so I want to do a kind of a good long one here. I'm excited about Maxine.
I love that trailer.
And the trailer's amazing. Also, Doctor Who ended really well, so I'm glad about that. So that's enough. Getting all that stuff in there. Have you seen it yet?
No, because I'm going to watch it with Donna. You know the rest about me. Yes, they're good, aren't they? The train films. I won't say the other thing because that gets demonetized. Yeah. But I really, they're good films. They're fun. I've got 3 of them, I think. I don't know how many more there is, but I've got 3 of them. They're quite expensive over there because they come from a label, but I think it's gone now. Or at least not around so much.
All right. But with that being said, guys, we have to head out. Like, share, subscribe. You want to do any of the other stuff on the bottom? Much appreciated. If not, hope you guys enjoyed the video. We had a great time chatting with everybody here today. And we will see you soon. I'll be back in black sometime soon.
We're going to party.